right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are back at the Stafford MSN Arena, aka the Stable, home of the North American University Stallions. Both football and basketball programs are doing all of their events here. And the Southwest Raiders are getting ready to kick off. It looks like number 77 will be kicking.
Beautiful day to get started here with some football as the Stallions look to start off with some good solid field position. As you said, hopefully Brandon Gonzalez gets some more time in today and see what he can do as balls being returned here by who I believe number 26. The Stallions will start off at about the 37-yard line. And I like what you said earlier, Wolfman, about the sneakiness of Gonzalez's feet. And I think that should play real well in a creative offense. You got to be creative. You got to be a little unorthodox here to move the ball down the field, as the Stallions have had some trouble doing that this year. So now's a great time to be trying out some new looks.
Sean Elfage was on that return, and Jaron Green brought him down. Number 4 with the quick, number 9, I'm sorry, with the quick run. I think that's Tyrell Williams with the quick end over. And the Stallions starting off with the pistol. That is a... Yeah, they're starting off in the pistol formation with big number 8, DeCarlos Johnson, in the backfield as the up back.
And that's a guy that is going to play physical and definitely somebody you want to get in the defense's face early, and hopefully somebody that'll wear them down as this game goes along. Take this drive nice and slow. I mean, you're ahead of the chains. You got the first down within 2 plays. If you can just keep that same pace up, you don't have to run at up-tempo speed, but if you can manage to gather those 4 yards of play or run, you'll be in good shape.
DeCarlos with his second run out to the left. I'm telling you, he made 7 yards on his first rush, and he has broke through into the secondary. DeCarlos Johnson, the defensive captain, taking the ball all the way down to the 22-yard line, rumbling and bumbling, and then somewhere in there he turned on the track form. He gonna find the track speed pretty soon. They keep giving him the ball there, Brick. What you think?
Defensive captain, just maybe overall team captain. I mean, this guy is hard-nosed and tough, and after a long season, he's looking at any way he can find to get his team a win, and you can see it there, being met in the backfield and at the line of scrimmage, but just not giving up, breaking through, and he is going to be a problem today if they can keep the ball in his hands.
Once again, Jalen Joseph in the backfield, the pistol quarterback, he hands the ball off again to Tyrell Williams, and I'm telling you, we may have found us a couple of new running backs. The way Tyrell is taking the ball, coming off the edge, like the true receiver he is on a reverse, and just clowning this defense. Great job by the Stallions, taking the momentum downfield. As they say, matriculate that ball down the field.
And what I like seeing right now is the body language. I'm seeing urgency. I'm seeing some upbeat energy from this team. And if they can manage that as they make it down to the 6-yard line, I think that was
Zedrick Earls, the man doing it again. The big heart individual from last week that would not stop running. They hit him, they popped him, they tackled him. He just got up and said, "Give me the ball."
And I know we were just talking about DeCarlos Johnson running hard. I mean, Williams, Earls just there, running the ball hard, running with some real aggression. Got to take advantage of this, capitalize, fumble, ball on the ground.
A little mishandle from the 2 running backs in the backfield out of the pistol grip. Now, that's something you kind of, hate to say, expect to see, even out of your professional teams, out of the pistol. You got a guy that's not used to taking snaps sometimes, and you'll take a loss for downs. There's not a true fumble in the play since he gathered us up.
I mean, we've seen that before. We see that with wide receivers that are looking to run before they've fully secured the ball. And I think that's the same instance here where we saw Jalen Joseph trying to get that ball off, make that read before he really had it secured. And fortunately for the Stallions, they maintained possession starting here at the 10-yard line. Ball snapped, coming around again. Tyrell Williams upended just about at the 6 once again.
Going back to that bread and butter reverse, this time toss play right in front of the up back or pistol quarterback. That's a lot of words to try to say QB for a running back, but he is actually listed as a W back. So we expect Jalen Joseph to do a lot today, but good run by Tyrell. He is gaining a couple yards every time he touches the ball, making his coaches probably smile at the whole situation.
Looking at 3rd and goal, 6 yards out, Stallions are going to call a timeout, which means
we're going to take it with them.
Exactly that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to these wonderful sponsors of ours right here. This is NAU Football on Clutch.
North American University is a small, private, nonprofit university located in Houston, Texas. North American University promotes a healthy mix of campus activities and strong academics. North American University offers bachelor's and graduate degrees in computer science, education, and business administration, and has great scholarships ranging from $3,000 to $11,000 still available for the upcoming fall semester. Apply at www.na.edu or call the campus to set up a tour today.
The Stallions on the 6-yard line. They're taking the ball off to the right. Next run from what looks like, yes, that is a Stallion touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a new iPhone because he is making a house call. Great little tuck and go from Jalen Joseph, the outstanding Stallion running back.
Just absolutely beating the defenders to the edge there. Honestly, I wasn't even sure if he was full-on sprinting there. He might have been holding back just a little bit.
That's how you do. You run patiently and stay behind your blockers. There's no hero ball in this short game.
And speaking of no hero call, I was glad to see them keeping the ball on the ground. You've dominated up the field, keeping the ball on the ground at a single pass. No need to switch anything up when you got small spaces. The field goal is good. NAU up 7 early on in this one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, great PAT attempt by the one and the only Cristobal Salgado. We're going to take a moment for another quick station identification. Shout outs to the Southwest Raiders. We found you, and we're going to show you off. This is NAU Football on Clutch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back as the Stallions are getting ready to make a kickoff after scoring a wonderful Stallion touchdown and tagged on the extra PAT. This is the DJ Wolfman, ow, baby, and Virginia Brick on your broadcast. As the kick is off for a little onside-er, number 13 grabs it, snags it, and grabs the ground like he is trained professionally by a stuntman. But good job, way to not risk anything. What do you think about that, Brick? Way to get down low.
Well, I like it on both ends. I like number 13's readiness to secure that one, Jayreen Green, and get to the ground quick. But I also like the play call there by the Stallions coming out real aggressive. You've already got the lead. You made it look easy going down the field, but you're not letting up. And I'm ready to see what this defense does after seeing their offense dominate. Now it's their turn.
Raiders coming out in the shotgun formation. One back, hands it off to number 10. He gets wrapped up by number 95. Looks like, give us a second, people. We are on it. Maybe is that Justin Dillard, 96. I'm so sorry. The numbers are. So, oh, no, that's Crawford, 55. The numbers are playing with our mind a little bit. Big number 55. Crawford gets in there again, as he can do and probably will do today. Be careful, offensive line. He has a knack for getting in the backfield.
Absolutely, and these guys are pumped. These guys have been looking forward to this time all year. As snap is sent and a bit of miscommunication between Ismond Ware and his receiver.
I'm going to tell you, and you know for your own witness, you drop back to throw the ball, you find your receiver, and you get right when you get ready to throw, and you see number 4.
I mean, how can you not?
Out there roaming it everywhere.
How can you not? You can find yourself making one read outside the hash, and by the time you get to the other hash, he's in both places somehow.
You hesitate and mess up the ball, sail that thing over everybody. Inside handoff to the running back, running upfield, cut in off the tackle, and he is swarmed by number 35. I believe that is Godwin.
And we've seen how aggressive he can be pursuing the ball. Would like to see a few more hats there surrounding the ball, but absolutely great job of keeping that one contained.
I don't think Sokovian gave him a chance to get to surround the ball. He snagged the dude and roped him, threw him down like a calf at the upcoming Houston Rodeo, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you there at the Houston Rodeo. Come on and stop by the North American University table. We do have a new enrollment style, so you want to come check that out. Punt formation. The ball is straight up in the air. May even be a negative yardage punt. Yes, it makes it back to the line of scrimmage for a good and complete 1.5 yard punt. Great job by the Stallions of being patient and not making that become something comical. And great job by the Raiders. Finding a punter in Texas is like finding, a punter in Texas. That's actually the punt itself. Sitting next to an ex-rugby player, he's probably confused on what just happened, but tell us about it, Rick.
Well, I certainly thought it was about to go backwards, and that would have been a first for me. You know, I've seen a lot of things across both games, both football and rugby. Hadn't seen a negative punt yet before. And for a second, I was thinking one of the coaches here on the Stallion sideline was actually hoping somebody would just go ahead and grab it, because you had a lot of green ahead of you if you did, while everybody else is moving downfield. So the Stallions have great field position starting on the other side of the 50 already.
Jalen fakes the handoff and takes it straight up the middle himself. That's that old QB option. Gets brought down by number 31 for a clean tackle. Actually, 31 may have just saved a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen.
And there's a lot of things that went right there. Your line with their responsibilities are clearly washing guys down. Obviously, a great read for Jalen Joseph. Great fake by DeCarlos Johnson, because he went about 8 yards before even getting touched.
DeCarlos on a off tackle to the left, completely slides onto the outside, runs off of his wide receivers who gave him a good block. I mean, this defense swarmed to the ball. Carlos found a way to still get 3 yards out of the deal as the defensive tackler is giving us some push-ups because he realized, I just stopped the big man. Y'all, I saw that. I just stopped the big man because the Carlos outweighs him by probably a good 100 pounds.
I mean, there's, to be fair, when you do get a man that size on the ground and prevent a touchdown, then, yeah, it could be something to celebrate. First down still for the Stallions as they keep it moving.
Another inside handoff fake. Quarterback slides out to the right, looking for daylight, finds a little space and tucks it in, dives down for a couple extra yards. Got a little yak on that as number 50 actually grabbed him somewhere here around the 40-yard line. He drug him up into the 32, and he got some help by number 7. Good job, offense and defense. Way to continue the yardage.
Certainly scary combination there between Joseph and Johnson, and now Johnson on the sideline getting a bit of a breather. Here comes number 32, Isaiah Richard, getting in the game for the first time, I believe, today. First carry. As the ball moves up to about the 26 for a 3rd and short. Looking like about a yard and a half or 2. No reason to get fancy. No reason to even put it in the air. Right up the middle again. I said keep moving with what's working.
Out of the shotgun, get the ball right to the inside handoff, right off the tackle again. 32 makes a good run, gives us the first down.
Chains keep moving, and the Stallions have done a great job so far of doing that as we see Jalen Joseph come out of the game, being replaced by Brandon Gonzalez, who's coming in to relay the call to his team for the first time today.
And as you see now, the secondary is already starting to get their P's and Q's and the communication going. They see Brandon Gonzalez come in, but you also see big number 12 Jason Reeves come in. That's you put the ball up there, I'm going to go get it guy. Gonzalez slides out, evades one tackler, makes a good clean pass into number 5 for in the flats, hit the yardage, get the yardage.
That's a great job to avoid that tackle. I got a little nervous for a second, thinking to myself, get rid of it. But he was able to keep his composure and make that solid delivery on the run of Jadarian White. Not a large gain, but positive yards nonetheless for what could have been a much more disastrous play. So now we're looking at 2nd and 9 for the Stallions here at the 21-yard line. Gonzalez still in the game, so if you're the Raiders, you got to be wary of the passing threat as plays blown dead, looking like a jump across the line by
DeCameron Goofball Moss. Yeah, I said it because that's my buddy. He comes by the office all the time and helps us out. DeCameron is a jolly guy. The only time you'll ever actually make him mad is if you lie to him about the food. Now, he's open-minded when it comes down to food, but if you tell the young man it's going to taste like this and it should be this, with his knowledge of culinary, I promise you, you would be bumfounded by the information that he knows, and I'm actually proud to call him an NAU student. Great job, DeCameron. You'll get him next time.
So the Stallions will take 5 yards back. Williams across the formation. Gonzalez makes his first read, gets over to his second read, but unfortunately, Jason Reeves unable to reel that one in. Looked like a bit of a unnecessary jump. I think he was expecting the contact coming, and it certainly was ready. He was about to be an Oreo.
Yeah, he got sandwiched, real talk.
So now all of a sudden, things are looking a lot different with a 3rd and long, 3rd and about 14 here for the Stallions. And while it can be tempting to put the ball in the air as Jalen Joseph's back on the field, we'll see if they go for something a little more conservative to keep the field goal manageable. But no, it'll be a drop back. Gonzalez rolling out to his right, looking for somebody, lets it go deep and out of bounds somewhere near the 7-yard line, and that should bring on the kicking unit.
So as the voice of the JV broadcast, I'll tell you what, Brick. I do notice a couple of things about Gonzalez, and I hate to say this over the broadcast, so any of our scouting, recruiting team, but anytime he comes out and rolls to his right and flips that ball, he has no idea where he's going with that ball.
He hasn't decided yet.
He has not decided. Anytime he rolls out and slides to his left, cuts his shoulders back, he's going to take off on you.
I mean, and when you do roll out, as Salgado sends it, and it's wide left.
Boy, the wind caught that one. This big Stafford, Texas wind just took that ball and carried it on over there to the 5th par on the 18th hole. Salgado put a lot of power behind it. It just didn't quite get us there.
But a flag went out. I believe the side judge here called offsides.
Oh boy. So do we get a restart, reset, and a replay?
So he'll get a second chance. Even though distance wasn't his issue, he'll have another chance to correct a bit. But as you mentioned, I mean, rolling out certainly can create that kind of a clock in a quarterback's head. You're running out of room as you approach the sideline. You know you're being pursued. You've got to make a decision, got to get it out quick. So it's understandable that he might feel a bit pressured even when he's getting away. And that one, no better for Salgado. So
sometimes as a kicker, you get it in your head, now the wind is blowing, so now I got to do things differently. Now I got to overcome. And then Salgado plays soccer. So the natural manipulation of him turning his foot over or bringing it forward to get us a nice little extra power where the laces are now contacting the ball. That ball's going to carry him right off those laces and go to the inside of your foot. So if you're a left-footed kicker and you do that, the ball's going to your right.
And it's easy as someone who isn't as familiar with each individual sport to think, oh, well, you kick the ball in soccer, so you can kick in football. It's not exactly a one-to-one translation.
Definitely not.
Now, of course, we know he is an experienced guy, and he has no problem kicking these field goals most of the time. But like you mentioned there, something as simple as laces can throw that entirely off.
And it just happens. You miss that first kick. It happens. Now you think I gotta adjust. The wind is kicking our butts. I gotta adjust. No, turn your hips over. Follow through.
Raiders starting in on inside their own 20-yard line, a deep one going, one-on-one battle down
Great.
the sideline.
High snap, first of all, which ironically gave the wide receiver in this case instead of quarterback. Number 2 actually doubles as a wide receiver, but boy, he's got a cannon on him and some accuracy. He dropped that ball right into what would be the bread basket, but number 34 came out of nowhere. Tell me about it, Brick.
Jonathan Washington there, step for step, incredible technique, got his hand up when he noticed the receiver getting ready to receive the ball there, and played just absolute clamped down defense.
That's what happens when you start getting good secondary guys like Jaheim Evans come out. They start working with the guys. It gets contagious. It gets competitive. Now I want to take your spot. Oh, wonderful handoff. Number 11 found some speed, but didn't find the angle to get away from outstretched. Who did we just mention?